Hello everyone, good afternoon and welcome in Let's Connect with Prerna. My today's live session is with Principal of City Montessori School, Chowk branch, Lucknow, and I'm inviting Aditi Sharma ma'am to join in for my talk show. लंबे ब्रेक के बाद और बहुत सारी नेगेटिविटी और मतलब इट वाज अ ब्लेंड ऑफ नेगेटिविटी. बच्चे कहीं बाहर नहीं जा रहे थे, हम खुद भी कहीं बाहर नहीं जा रहे थे. उसके बाद धीरे धीरे एक रे ऑफ होप की तरह स्कूल धीरे धीरे शुरू हुए खुलने. और अब तो आई एम सीइंग दैट अ वेरी गुड रिस्पॉन्स इज देयर, जहाँ बच्चे अब स्कूल अच्छे से आ रहे हैं. तो अगर मैं इन सारी चीजों की बात करूं और एक बात करूं थर्ड वेव की भी, जो कि कहते हैं कि जो छोटे बच्चे हैं उनको उनके लिए है, या जो एक बिलो 18 ईयर्स है उनके लिए ज्यादा वो होगा. तो इन दोनों बातों को करें तो क्या, हाउ डू यू थिंक दैट किस तरीके से स्कूल प्रिपेयर है इन चीजों के लिए, और बच्चों को कैसा रिस्पॉन्स है? Okay, so I think there is some technical issue at ma'am's end.
Why is there some problem with the network, I think?
हाँ या मैम, आपकी थोड़ी देर को वीडियो थोड़ा सा फ्री हो गया. तो मैम आपने मेरा जो मैं बात पूछ रही थी आपसे, आपने बात सुनी? तो
Third, Prerna, as far as the third wave is concerned, the government initially said that we are expecting the third wave in the month of September, and now they are saying that October, November is the festival month, so maybe the third wave will come then. So I think the schools are now prepared with the challenges. We have crossed the second wave, children have come back to school, and whatever will be the government norms we will follow, and we are prepared because now we are all tech savvy and we know how to conduct the classes in hybrid ways. So we'll tackle the third wave as and when it comes.
राइट. मैम वैक्सीनेशन की बात करें तो आपकी ब्रांच में किस तरीके से स्टाफ और लोअर स्टाफ, लाइक इज एवरीबडी फुल्ली वैक्सीनेटेड?
Absolutely. हर एक person in the campus, whether it's the teachers, office staff, cleaning staff, the drivers, the rickshaw pullers, every single staff has been vaccinated. So we are prepared for anything now. So that's it. Everybody got vaccinated. We sort of motivated and encouraged them that they should go and get themselves vaccinated.
बिल्कुल. आई थिंक इस उसमें तो आई मस्ट रियली अप्रिशिएट द इंटायर एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, क्योंकि मैं जिन भी स्कूल्स में बात कर रही हूँ, या अब मैम अदिति मैम, तो मैं सब जगह सुन रही हूँ दैट नॉट ओनली द टीचर्स और द मेन स्टाफ, इनफैक्ट द लोअर स्टाफ इज आल्सो फुल्ली वैक्सीनेटेड, विच इज अपने आप में ये बहुत ही अच्छा एक अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम जो स्कूल ने खुद से भी चलाया, अदर देन व्हाट गवर्नमेंट इज डूइंग. तो आई थिंक दिस हैज रियली प्लेड अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल सबके लिए.
Yeah, actually, if we wouldn't have got every single person vaccinated, then the parents would not have had that kind of assurance, because they had that fear. How can we send our children to school? They are going to definitely interact. After all, बच्चे हैं. Parents हमेशा ये कहते हैं कि after all वो बच्चे हैं, आप कितना ध्यान रख पाएंगी? So it was necessary that we motivated every single staff to get themselves vaccinated. So that kind of assurance, so that message goes out to the parents that we are very, very sure of what we want to do.
Absolutely. अदिति मैम, एक क्वेश्चन इम्पोर्टेंट है थोड़ा सा, मतलब मैं एक इससे पिछले सेशन में भी मैंने प्रिंसिपल मैम से पूछा था. मैम कोविड के दौरान जो लास्ट 2 इयर्स रहे, उसमें बहुत सी ऐसी फैमिलीज हैं जिनमें जो मेन अर्निंग मेंबर है मैम, the child has lost the life of the main person who is the earning person of that family. तो अगर हम उन फैमिलीज की बात करें और मैं सीएमएस स्कूल की बात करूं इन पर्टिकुलर, तो किस तरीके से, हाउ इज द स्कूल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन और द स्कूल सिस्टम इज हेल्पिंग सच फैमिलीज?
Okay, so we should be very, very thankful to our management, because they are giving them very good concessions, plus scholarships, monthly scholarships along with that, wherever such cases have happened. And not only that, with the if we felt the requirement, we have even supported them with their books and stationery. And apart from all of this, every single campus has got their own counselors, the psychological counselors, who are meeting up with these children and guiding them, getting them out of that depression that they've gone into, and making them believe that there's still hope, and they have to do something for themselves now, and be the support for the family. So the counseling cell has really worked very hard with these children throughout the 18 months, or you can say almost 2 years now.
I think such counselors are really because मैं post pandemic ये जो लॉकडाउन खुला है मैम, सिर्फ grief और loss का ही एक expression या एक emotion नहीं, बहुत सारी चीजों में जो एक बच्चा घर के अंदर रहा है और अब धीरे धीरे घर के बाहर एक जो fearful environment था, हम सभी डरे हुए थे जिसमें, तो उसका भी जो एक impact रहा है बच्चों की mental health में, वो भी बहुत ही ज्यादा negative था.
Yes, sir. Prerna, actually, they have, stayed at home, not been able to interact with their friends. Plus, at home itself, they have been exposed to different kind of emotions. Like you just said, financial crisis came up in most homes. Then, they were exposed to the disturbed atmosphere of the house between the husband and wife or their parents in particular. So children have gone through a lot of trauma, which they would have otherwise not maybe witnessed, but they have been witness to that, and they didn't have any place to move out to also because of the lockdown. So they were very, very disturbed. We have many children who come back and they have become very quiet. So we are trying to do these wellness sessions with them. We've had wellness sessions for parents as well, for the teaching staff as well, where we just have a open forum where you talk, you interact, we do some cooperative games with them, we do some songs and we do prayers. So just a general feeling of goodness and wellness is created through these sessions for the parents as well as students, and of course for the teachers. They really required it.
True. टीचर्स के लिए दूसरी टीचर से जुड़ी एक बात अदिति मैम, जैसा भी आपने बताया ये हाइब्रिड मॉडल, क्योंकि आई थिंक मतलब द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ जो मैं टॉक शो करना जब मैंने शुरू करा, मैं बात में अपनी बताती भी हूँ अक्सर कि वो इसी उससे स्टार्ट हुआ कि एक अलग सा एक मतलब everybody was so negative, everybody was actually juggling with their own emotions, with their own problems, everybody, it includes you, it includes me as well. तो कहीं ना कहीं मुझे लगता है कि इस बीच में ना जो एक सराहना चाहिए हमें टीचर्स को, कि उनकी वजह से ये जो 18 मंथ्स का टाइम पीरियड था ये पता ही नहीं चला, क्योंकि अगर मैम मैं सोचूं कि 2 साल बिना एजुकेशन के थिंग्स वुड हैव बीन रियली वेरी मतलब डिफरेंट एज वेल एज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. तो यहाँ पे मैम जब आपने हाइब्रिड मॉडल की बात करी, मुझे लगता है अभी भी जो एक टीचर्स का रोल है वो बहुत ही ज्यादा वाइटल है, बिकॉज दे आर स्टिल लर्निंग सो मेनी न्यू थिंग्स एंड स्टिल कोपिंग अप, learning every day and delivering it to the students.
Absolutely. But for that, I would like to once again, really thank the management of City Montessori School, because they were very foresighted, and even before the lockdown was called in the month of March, उससे पहले ही हम लोग के 2-3 सेशंस ऑलरेडी गूगल मीट, गूगल क्लासरूम कैसे यूज करते हैं, जूम कैसे का प्लेटफॉर्म कैसे यूज करते हैं. So we already had sessions for the teachers across all the campuses to sort of so that the transition becomes a bit more smoother for them. And like you said, of course, after that continuous training was going on, because there were so many apps, so many things available, and we really needed to get the children to interact, to enjoy their lessons, because for us it was new, for them it was also very new, the mode of teaching that was going on in the class. And then there was more chance of them losing interest in what the teacher is doing. So the teacher had to be very, very innovative. Every day she would have to try something new to engage them in the classroom. So the learning was going on, and I think it's still going on, because now we had another challenge when all the children refused to come back to school. Rather, parents were not ready to send all the children to school. So we had groups of children at home, a group of children in school. So now the teachers had to learn how to teach online with a group sitting in front of you and another group attending your same class live session from home. So that was another challenge for the teachers, but I think they should be really saluted as another set of Corona warriors, not named as such, but I think they really deserve that kind of credit and accolade.
एब्सोल्युटली, क्योंकि मुझे सबसे ज्यादा जो डिफिकल्ट टास्क लगता है वो लगता है मैम, हम जब आमने सामने होते हैं हम अपनी बात को समझा सकते हैं, हम अपनी बात को बता सकते हैं, बच्चे के अंदर वो एंगेजमेंट भी ला सकते हैं जिसमें स्टूडेंट्स पूरा होल हार्टेडली और एंजॉय करके उस सेशन को अटेंड कर रहा है। बट ये सारी चीजें वर्चुअली लेके आना, वो इंटरेक्शन वर्चुअली क्रिएट करना, वो इंटरेस्ट वर्चुअली क्रिएट करना, मतलब दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज रियली वेरी अमेजिंग।
It was very difficult, but the teachers did try their level best, and they but what we have felt after the children have come back, that the gap has really increased between the ones who were attending the classes very seriously and the ones who were just attending the classes for attendance. You know, you had both kinds of children because there was very high scope of them getting distracted when they were at home. You know, they can easily open a second window, the class is going on, they are a part of the class, but they are doing engaged in some other activity simultaneously. So those, like you just said, when they are in the class and we notice that their attention is diverted, the teacher immediately just goes and stand next to the child, or just gives a smile to the child, or just gives a look. Even that much makes that child back into the class, which is very difficult online mode में कि उनको वापस लाना, क्योंकि most of the time कैमरा बंद होते हैं और कैमरा ऑन करने की भी हम लोग जिद नहीं कर सकते थे, because that takes more data if you are on a live video for so long. Wow. So when the children would be asked a question, we would request them at least to answer the questions. We need to see your face. So you really didn't know what was happening behind the camera. Were they really paying attention or not?
वही मैम कि वर्चुअली भी उतना एंगेज करके रखना बच्चे को, वो इंटरेस्ट बना के रखना, आई थिंक दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज लाइक टीचर्स ने इनके लिए, इस चीज के लिए तो मुझे लगता है बहुत ही ज्यादा मेहनत करी हो।
Absolutely. And moreover, अगर आप क्लास में होते हो, when the children are in class, they learn so many other social skills as well, how to work in a team, how to address their peers, how to get work from others, and also, of course, the kind of respect that the teacher demands, and how they need to address their teachers as well. So these are skills which they unknowingly develop when they are in a classroom atmosphere. But when they are online, you don't develop those things. And जब ये वापस आए हैं, the first challenge was, to get them to be able to sit on that chair for even 2 hours, even if they were coming for 2 to 3 hours to school. They had lost that practice of sitting in one place, being attentive, listening to the teacher, and of course writing. They've completely lost the habit of writing, being at home. So those were some challenges, but things are falling back in place, and exams have already been conducted, so things are becoming better, and we are hopeful they will become better.
Yes, absolutely. मैं नेक्स्ट आपसे बात ही यही पूछने वाली थी अदिति मैम कि 18 महीने घर के अंदर रह करके, और एक वो सिर्फ वर्चुअल प्लेटफॉर्म में जिसमें कि कैमरा जो आपने ऑन करने वाली अभी बात बताई, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। जैसे जस्ट शेयर, बहुत से बच्चों ने शायद अपना वीडियो ऑन ही नहीं करते थे बिकॉज ऑफ द डेटा और स्टफ, राइट? उन बच्चों को वापस व्हेन दे आर कमिंग टू द ऑफलाइन क्लास, तो उनके अंदर वो सारी चीजें फिर से इनकलकेट करना भी अपने आप में एक काम है।
See, all of us know online can be a good substitute to classroom teaching, but it cannot take over classroom teaching. Classroom teaching definitely has its advantages. So, but the thing is, if we look towards the future, we need to, and I think the teachers have now got trained because of this pandemic, which is again a boon. Maybe it may not have happened so quickly, but they know how to do a blend the online and the offline teaching with the children, and children have also understood that once they've come back, they've understood, and they are feeling that probably they did not give enough time and did not pay attention, and they need to get back serious about their studies. But I strongly believe that classroom teaching cannot be replaced by online teaching completely. You require that interaction, that kind of relationship that you build between the teacher and student. That can happen only on a face-to-face in-class teaching.
Absolutely. अदिति मैम, जब कोविड के टाइम पे जो एग्जाम्स बच्चे दे रहे थे उसमें देयर वाज अ शफल, देयर वाज अ चेंज इन द करिकुलम. So if we talk about the curriculum now, is it the same or the same curriculum is going ahead?
No, curriculum, there was reduction in the syllabus and stuff by the council also. But if we talk about City Montessori School, we are trying to bring about a lot of changes in our curriculum. And in fact, we dedicated 5 days in the month of June to a big, huge conference where all the teachers of CMS participated.
Okay.
And we called it the Vision 2025 conference. And we've now laid down plans for a 5-year plan rather, as to what changes we would bring about in the pedagogy, in the curriculum, in the way it is transacted, what are the skills we want to develop in our learners, because if you're aware of the new education policy, that also talks a lot about developing skill sets in children.
Yeah.
So we are moving towards that. And we are trying to develop, critical thinking in our learners and getting them to work in collaboration with others. So a lot of project work and experiential project works are being inculcated into the curriculum. We are giving them a lot of opportunities to for speaking. So developing their communication skills. Then, so these are the changes that we want to bring about in our
Right.
in CMS. So we've given ourselves a 5-year span. So the plan, we are working backward, where we want to reach. So slowly we are implementing those things here. At 1 year we'll do something. Next year we will introduce something else. So that way we are hoping that we will bring about a change.
Right, right. मैम, जिन बच्चों ने पिछले लास्ट 2 years में अपने क्लास 12th क्वालिफाई करे, उनके लिए व्हाट इज योर मैसेज फॉर देयर फ्यूचर?
I would like to tell them that, they will really now need to put in their heart and soul into whatever they want to, pursue after this, because it was very unfortunate, very uncertain last year, where dates were coming out and then suddenly it was getting cancelled. So they were not able to prepare the way they would have otherwise prepared, because, when you have a target, you have a date, you know that by that time I have to finish my revision, I have to be able to attempt question papers. But when that keeps changing, that motivation is lost in the children. And I'm sure with us as well, if we have some kind, until and unless we set some kind of target for us, we keep procrastinating things. And that's what happened with the children. But now it's time for them that they really need to get back and strive towards what they wish to achieve. And I'll take your own mantra for life for them. I think you aspire to inspire. You mentioned this in your book. I think that's what they really need to look towards and be very, very positive. And of course, God bless them. They are going to have a wonderful future, I'm sure.
Absolutely, absolutely, Aditi ma'am. Because I feel that post COVID, this is a very healthy competitive world now. अब हर बच्चे को, इनफैक्ट जिन बच्चों ने, मैंने बहुत से ऐसे बच्चों से बात करी, पेरेंट्स से बात करी और एजुकेशनलिस्ट से बात करी, जिनमें ये टाइम भी बच्चों ने बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुली यूटिलाइज किया. They have learned so many new things. They have, I know a kid who has read almost I don't know how many books. उसका target होता था that he has to complete 2 books in a week. So students have given themselves such nice task जो बच्चों की खुद की पर्सनालिटी और उनकी क्रिएटिविटी को enhance कर रहे हैं.
Absolutely, like you just mentioned, I know one kid who used the entire years to learn a language, a foreign language, German in particular, and he took the exam once the lockdown opened. He went to Delhi, took his exam, completely focused on getting admission into a German university. Even though he's a couple of years behind because of all this, because of the lockdown that happened, but he utilized that year really well, did extremely well in the language course, and now presently he's in Germany. So he's pursuing what he wants to do. So like I said, the gap between the ones who really utilize their time well and the ones, there are children, even us, I think some of us require that constant motivation, that touch on the back, or that talk between two people which keeps us moving, says you can do it.
Yeah.
But there are very few who are very self-motivated as well. So the ones who are self-motivated, they have really utilized the time very well for themselves.
राइट और जिन्होंने अपना टाइम यूटिलाइज नहीं करा है उनके लिए अब मुझे लगता है हमारा मैसेज यही है दैट कि जो अब पोस्ट लॉकडाउन जो अब एक ये एरा है, दिस इज फुल ऑफ हेल्दी कंपटीशन. यू हैव टू स्किल योरसेल्फ मोर. दैट इज व्हाट आवर नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी आल्सो सेज द सेम, दैट you have to learn new things other than what your school curriculum is.
Absolutely. They have to develop those skill sets. They have to first be able to identify exactly what they want to do. And once, they get that, they can take guidance from people like you, who can help them find a path for themselves if they are lost. But they will really need to work, and the competition is still going to be there. So if they wish to achieve something, they will have to develop new skills. And I think communication is something which, if anybody develops, it's like you've already started on your journey. And so they will need to be very, very focused now once that colleges and schools are opening up. Yeah.
Bilkul. Best thing is that now schools have a lot of counselors to help.
Yes.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि I mean, other than psychological counselors, I have seen the academic counselors also in CMS. You can always reach out to the counselor, discuss your queries, because मुझे ऐसा लगता है अदिति मैम कि आज भी ऐसे बहुत से बच्चे हैं जो अपनी करियर चॉइसेस पे डिसाइड करने में अभी भी बहुत कंफ्यूज्ड हैं. बहुत सारे और ऐसे फैक्टर्स हैं जो बच्चे को कभी ये कभी वो सोचने पे मजबूर कर देते हैं. देयर आर ओनली वेरी फ्यू स्टूडेंट्स जो एक जिनको पता है कि हाँ आफ्टर 12th दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव टू डू. बिकॉज आई नो स्टूडेंट जो 12th के फाइनल एग्जाम्स तक भी यही बोलते मैम आई डोंट नो व्हाट विल आई डू, आई जस्ट दैट आई एम स्टिल फिगरिंग आउट. So I think that the best way to sort things out in your own mind is reach out to the counselors, talk to your teachers, talk to the principals also, and obviously parents भी हैं, parents से बात करें, parents के साथ counselors के साथ बात करें.
Absolutely, all of us have got now career counselors in schools who are guiding these children and trying to understand. Trying to identify what is that skill that the student has and giving them that options. And there are so many options nowadays for children. You don't have to go for a very traditional career. You have the government is encouraging startups. So like if you have an idea and you know how to build on that idea, you can go ahead and, with some help and support, be able to do very well. Like you just said, confused rehte hain bachche. We had one student a couple of years back. He joined class 11th. He took the PCM group, though his parents, his uncle, everybody wanted him to take up biology and not mathematics. But he was very sure, I want to do mathematics, and his family has a lot of doctors. So maybe that was one reason he did not want to go in for medicine. But anyway, he did the entire class 11. And then after his annual exam, he did pretty well in mathematics. It was not that he didn't do well in maths. He had some 80% and above marks even in maths. But somehow he just took a complete turn and he came back and said that I'll rather repeat my year, but I want to switch to biology, and I'd like to do one more year of class 11. And then he graduated with biology as a subject, and now he's preparing for NEET. So sometimes, they just want to not do what their parents want them to do. So then also they make wrong choices. But it's nice that at some stage they realize that probably that their choice was better. And I think such parents also should be, supported, because they have been very supportive, the parents, by allowing him to make that mistake, and then, him himself realizing that I think that's the best path for me.
Absolutely. And I think Aditi ma'am की ये जो एक आपने जो भी बताया, जो ट्रेडिशनल जो एक तरीका है कि कुछ फैमिली में जो एक स्किल या प्रोफेशंस या सर्विसेज में है वही आगे ले जाने वाला, मुझे लगता है कि इसमें पेरेंट्स का तो एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है ही है टू काउंसिल द चाइल्ड. बट ये बच्चे की भी बहुत ज्यादा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी और जिम्मेदारी है कि ही शुड ऑल्सो रीच आउट टू द टीचर्स, टू द काउंसलर्स, बिकॉज कई बार हमें पता भी होता है. I somehow feel that when students talk, अगर हम किसी की बात सुने तो बच्चों को खुद पता होता है उन्हें क्या करना है. It's just that they want to listen from somebody else.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we have all kinds of children, and I think, yeah, but then they are much more responsible now. What we see in the children, they know how to make very good choices, but yeah, they need to reach out at least, you know, to get a variety of ideas from people, and then take a very wise decision on what they want to do.
Right, absolutely. और मुझे लगता है ये 18th मंथ के जो एक पॉज बोलूंगी मैं, जो एक आपका जो पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट होता है, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स का जो एक एक्सपोजर होता है, मुझे लगता है अब स्टूडेंट्स को बहुत ही ज्यादा स्मार्ट हो जाना चाहिए. They should, the moment they feel that they are in doubt or they have any confusions related to their career options, please reach out to the counselors. Schools तो अब इतनी ज्यादा फैसिलिटीज बढ़ाते ही जा रहे हैं बच्चों के लिए. I mean, one should go and encash such opportunities where you can get a chance to talk to the counselors and get some clarity.
Actually, what we've noticed is in the little kids, you know, the primary, pre-primary children, when they came back, the response was not very good. By response, I mean that, you know, they were very shy in wanting to answer. They were not sure you know, they were not wanting to speak. Because when they were at home, there was constantly somebody there with them, probably guiding them, you know, telling them what to do. So I'll share one very cute incident. This happened in the kindergarten class. It was just the second or third day of school. And the teacher asked one of the students something in whatever she was teaching. And the boy completes, you know, as soon as the question came, the boy turned right. And every time she would ask something, he would turn right. So then she had to tell him that, beta, we are in class. Mama is not going to give you the answer. You have to try and answer yourself. So he was so used. You could make out that he was used to having somebody there on the right, guiding him, helping him at home.
Right.
So.
बिल्कुल. मुझे ऐसा लगता है अदिति मैम कि कई बार जो एक घर से भी बच्चे जो सीख के आते हैं ना, तो मतलब जो सीखते हैं, इनफैक्ट जो देखते हैं, सीखते तो मुझे लगता है सीखना तो होता है जब आपको कोई समझाता है, बताता है, उससे हम कुछ सीखते हैं. बट जो देखते हैं और अपनी समझ से जो समझ पाते हैं, उसको ही करने लगते हैं.
Absolutely. लेकिन पेरेंट्स में भी हम लोग ने देखा दो तरह के थे. जो कुछ बहुत ही ओवर कॉन्शियस हैं, जो बहुत ही दे नो, दे आर वेरी वेल रेड एंड दे नो, एंड दैट इज व्हाई दे हैव दैट काइंड ऑफ फियर ऑफ वांटिंग टू सेंड द चाइल्ड टू स्कूल. बट ऑन द अदर हैंड देयर आर पेरेंट्स हु आर इन कंप्लीट डिनायल ऑफ एनीथिंग, लाइक ऐसा कुछ है ही नहीं, सब ठीक है, बच्चे को इतने ज्यादा प्रिकॉशंस या ऐसा कुछ, मतलब क्या पढ़ रहा है, ऑनलाइन में अटेंडेंस हो रही थी कि नहीं हो रही थी. यू हैव पीपल लाइक दैट आल्सो हु वर कंप्लीटली oblivious what happened in the past 18 months.
Yeah. You are right. And I think I have to share a very small incident here. So I was doing a live talk show with one of the principal, Aditi ma'am. तो बात हुई consent की. तो उन्होंने मुझे बोला कि प्रेरणा, बच्चों के कंसेंट की, आई थिंक आज से 15-20 दिन पहले, मैम 15-20 दिन क्या, जब ये लॉकडाउन खुला ही, तो कंसेंट का बहुत ज्यादा एक इम्पोर्टेंट रोल था कि पेरेंट्स का कंसेंट आना बहुत जरूरी है. ही सेड दैट मैंने एक ग्रुप ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स, इनफैक्ट मैं कहूंगी पूरा बच्चों का एक बल्क में ग्रुप जो है वो स्कूल नहीं आ रहा था, बट प्रेरणा इन द मीनवाइल दे वर गोइंग टू द मॉल्स, दे वर गोइंग टू द रेस्टोरेंट्स, दे वर गोइंग टू ऑल पब्लिक प्लेसेस. सो I mean, I think here that यहाँ थोड़ा पेरेंट्स का भी एक बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट रोल है, बिकॉज मुझे लगता है जिस तरीके से मैम स्कूल्स में प्रोटोकॉल्स का ध्यान दिया जा रहा है, बिकॉज आई हैव सीन that after every 50-60 meters there is a board, there are sanitizers machines. I mean, people are actually coming and you know, those cautious things that please wear your mask, maintain social distancing, all these things are happening, which is actually not there in many of the public places. So I feel that parents को तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा confident होना चाहिए to send their ward to schools. And for students, I have a small request that when you are going to mall or you are going to a restaurant, I think going to school is more important. I mean, it's the most important thing you should do right now.
Children have understood that, and we are getting a very good response. We have about 90% children back in the classes. So I think they've understood the importance, and they're also understanding. I think for the children, they want to come back. It's just that in some cases it's the fear that the parents have. But I think even that will very soon go away, because all of us know that it's already been announced that the vaccination for the children is going to begin very soon. So once that starts or takes off, that little fear that the parent have still, that is also going to go. And I really don't know whether there will be a third wave, because the way the vaccination drive has been taken up in our country especially, and if we go by the newspapers, whatever they are reporting, we know that there are about 65% people have taken at least one dose. So that also sort of gives us some kind of reassurance that things will be better. And in our schools, definitely children are coming, and we are getting very good attendance. So we are
all
fingers things will all be fine.
बिल्कुल मैम, I think we all are very optimistic and we should repeat this positive. बाकी protocols का ध्यान रखें और I mean I have a very strong feeling. I think that this third wave will not come.
And even I feel that we should at least be that positive. Once again, it's just like your whole thing is about. I think your book is. I'd like to again mention that your book says "Flaunt your positivity," and it just exudes from your entire personality. So we should all take it from you and be very, very positive.
Thank you so much. I just looked at the time and I was like कि मैं अभी मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि I am sitting right in front of you and talking to you like carelessly just talking about things and discussing. So it was really nice and very lovely talking to you, Aditi ma'am. Thank you for giving me your time and making this possible today.
Thank you so much, Prerna, and all the best to you. May you keep smiling like this and spreading positivity all around you with whoever you come in contact with. Thank you so much.
So much, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye-bye.